Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday evening, afternoon. I hope you all are having a day just as beautiful as you are. If you're not, then I'm praying for you that it gets better and you get whatever you need for the week, whether it's rest, finances, direction in life. Sometimes we all need that, even if we feel like we're going in the right direction, then it's like, am I really going in the right direction? So I'm manifesting all of that for all of us. I hope y'all are doing good. It is hot here in Maryland. I know I keep getting on and saying that, but it's really hot. It's 91 degrees. What y'all having for dinner? My husband's Corey's gonna put some hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill. I'm gonna make some baked beans and some potato salad. What y'all eating on? I really want a cookout plate, and I guess what I just described could be considered a cookout plate, but I want some like ribs, um, all that stuff. Yeah. As y'all can tell, I'm hungry. But anyway, I am glad that y'all are here. There's a couple topics I wanted to talk to y'all about, some things that came across the desk. I would have did it a little earlier, but I recorded with my good friend Kendrick for his podcast. I cannot. If you haven't checked it out, check it out on iTunes. IKENNOT. Now he talks about all the things, and him and I talked just a little bit of Bravo, but we really got into Love Island, y'all. If y'all are not watching Love Island, it is so good. Yo, it is so good. I'm like literally seated for tonight's episode. I cannot wait. And it's been a long time since I've wanted to watch things live. So if y'all can get into it, please get into it. All right, y'all. What we get ready to get into is these topics. First up, this is according to page 6. So y'all know Essence Fest is going down this weekend. Busta Rhymes curses out fans who are on their phones at Essence Festival. I ain't from that era. I would play the video, but a couple times I've played a video before and YouTube has been like, psych again. Normally I'm okay when it's through Instagram or something, but sometimes if it's through like a website, like a page 6 or whatever, it doesn't always play. So I don't want to take that chance. So I'm just going to read to y'all what he said. But again, you can find it on page 6. Busta Rhymes wasn't feeling the crowd's energy during his performance at Essence Festival on Friday night. The Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See rapper cursed out fans in the crowd at his performance because they were on their phones while watching the show. F them camera phones. Let's get back to interacting like humans. Put them weird A devices down. I ain't from that era. That ish don't control us. F your phone, the rapper said. And then, let's see. Rhymes, born Trevor George Smith Jr., went on to individually point out audience members and ask them to stand up for his act. I'm going to point every last one of y'all out until y'all behinds, but not behinds, is up. 33 years of this ish. I ain't used to niggas sitting down at my show. I don't give a F. All age groups. Get your up now. Child, he don't just want your hands where his eyes can see. He said, get up. Get up. F going on, he continued, calling out those seated at the top of the room. Get y'all big head. Get y'all big head up. The reason behind the rapper's outburst, which he described as giving zero tolerance for BS energy, he explained, was because this was my first time in New Orleans at the effing 30-year anniversary of the Essence Festival. Make me feel like we home, he closed. Cha. So this is his first time at the 30-year Essence Fest. And y'all was supposed to make him feel like home. So get off the phones, which I mean, I get it's hard because I think Beyonce did that. One time someone was videotaping her and she's like with their phone and he's recording her. And she was like, I'm right here. Enjoy the moment. I'm right here. And I have found myself trying to do that more often too. Instead of rushing to get out my phone to take a picture of a moment, I'm at the place now where I just want to be in the moment. I don't want to have to wait to dig into my food or wait until you pull your phone out your pocket or out your purse, set it up, get the perfect picture. I just want to enjoy the moment, especially with the people that I'm with. So I do get what he's saying, like enjoy the moment, but also this is the era that we are in. But y'all, he didn't told the people to stand up. What if they was enjoying you sitting down? What if they have been walking all day? He said, get up. As people sound off on X with their thoughts on Rhymes' unexpected rant, many of them called attention to the empty seats in the crowd. However, another social media user shared that the emptiness was likely due to the rainstorm going on outside of the event. For context, there was darn near a hurricane outside of the stadium. That is why there were only like 400 people in there, he said, sharing a video of the downpour. Also, don't judge a short clip. It was lighthearted, and he put on an amazing set. My section had a ball. So now he's saying, even though we posted this of him cussing the fans out, don't judge his performance by that clip, because all of us really did have a really good time. Well, his section had a good time. And the reason there was only like 400 people in the event was because it was a downpour outside. So Busta said, y'all not doing him like that. Stand up. Stand up. Don't, no. Stand up. Get up. Get up. All right, Busta, we hear you. Next up, let's talk about somebody else who's getting up on out of Dodge. This is according to page 6, is Diddy. Sean Diddy Combs flies on a private jet amid ongoing federal criminal investigation. No place like home. Diddy is getting out of Dodge. Sean Diddy Combs shared via his Instagram story early Saturday video of him boarding a private plane. The clip, posted around 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, showed the disgraced music mogul walking up to a sleek black jet. How you doing, Combs, 54, could be heard telling the pilot, who then gives the Bad Boy for Life rapper a fist bump and responds, how are you? The camera then pans down to show a rug that reads Combs Air, which appears to show that It's All About the Benjamins rapper boarded his own plane and did not charter one. I'm sorry, y'all, that sentence sounded weird. It says, the camera then pans down to show a rug that reads Combs Air, which appears to show that It's All About the Benjamins rapper boarded his own plane and did not charter one. As he walks up the steps of the jet, Combs says there's no place like home. It's unclear where the Bad Boy Records executive was headed and whether he plans to leave the country or was flying somewhere domestically. Combs' rep declined page 6's request for comment. He also did not disclose his destination online. Child, bet not. I bet you he didn't. The Last Night rapper's late night flight comes after multiple sources confirmed to NBC News earlier, this week, that Combs is the subject of an ongoing criminal investigation and that charges are imminent. However, because the Can't Hold Me Down rapper has not been formally charged, he does not yet have any travel restrictions. This week, Combs was sued over the new sex trafficking claims made by Adria English. She alleged that in 2004, she and her then boyfriend were asked to perform oral sex on the I Need a Girl rapper in order for her both to book a Sean John modeling gig. English claims she then began working for Combs at his parties, at which point he allegedly forced sexual intercourse with jeweler Jacob Arabov. Combs' lawyer, Jonathan Davis, previously told Page 6 that no matter how many lawsuits are filed, it won't change the fact that Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted or sex trafficked anyone. We live in a world where anyone can file a lawsuit for any reason and without proof, he added. Fortunately, a fair and impartial judicial process exists to find the truth, and Mr. Combs is confident he will prevail against these and other baseless claims in court. Combs has been sued by 8 different people over the last years, with allegations ranging from RAPE to racketeering. That includes the suit filed by Cassie. So Diddy got on his private jet, honey, and jetted up out of here. I wonder if he did go overseas knowing that charges were imminent. He joined the likes of, what's his name, Russell Simmons? Y'all, excuse me. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see him on this side of the soil for quite a long time. Moving on, y'all. Let's talk about Lil Durk. Y'all know the rapper. I'm sure y'all have heard of the rapper Lil Durk. This is according to the Jasmine brand. Lil Durk's 10-year-old son allegedly powwowed his stepdad during domestic dispute with his mother. It looks like rap star Lil Durk's young son was recently involved in a powwowing incident. Reports state that the 10-year-old is suspected of powwowing his stepfather, Joshua Pippins, during a heated domestic dispute he was involved in with his mother. Video footage of the incident has been circulating online after the powing victim shared the clip on his social media page. Joshua Pippins alleged that he was not the aggressor in the situation and claimed that the boy took his weapon, I'll say that, and fired it at him. He captioned the video footage as y'all can see, I was not the aggressor, and y'all can also see, and y'all also can see how I still had my weapon on my hip. He grabbed my weapon, and I'm saying weapon, but he's saying GU. He grabbed my weapon off my hip following his mom's lead and tried to pow me and then actually powed me. I advise y'all to see it before they take it down. So y'all, I'm not going to show the clip. In several follow-up posts, Joshua Pippins, who is reportedly married to a woman named Travana, the mother of Lil Durk's son Romeo, who allegedly pulled the trigger, claimed that he wasn't planning to press charges against the boy, but expressed he was surprised by the whole situation. He wrote in one post, "Whatever makes y'all feel better, that's why I got custody of my kids, and she don't. Y'all so internet." Let me go back. I'm going to read it how it's written, y'all. "Whatever makes y'all feel better. That's why I got custody of my kids and she don't. Y'all so internet, thank God it was me that took the pow and not her. That's still my daughter's mom, but she knows like IK." Prayer emoji. And then in all caps, "God has always been good to me, survivor." Then in another post, "I was trying to protect myself from getting powed. I never in a million years thought a kid I bought four-wheelers and paid for football leagues and everything would do this. But he only knows what mom shows him. I still love him like he's mine." He continued sharing his thoughts in several others. "I was posting that S for the city, Durk. Well, I was posting that S for the city." And then the middle finger emoji, "Durk and all that S on my daughters. That S ain't got nothing to do with him. People coming up with their own narrative. I'm a rat. I'm this. I'm that. But if I would have lost my life, I wouldn't be able to tell my side of the story." He don't believe in punctuation. "I would be just another dead nigga. IDGAF. We know what that means. No more. I got custody of my kids. God don't like ugly. I pray he give y'all what y'all deserve, good or bad." Pippins went on to share his hope that Lil Durk, seeks and retains full custody of his son, suggesting that he plans to do the same with the child he shares with Travana. So basically, Travana is the mother of one of his kids. She's also the mother of Lil Durk's son, who is the one he's accused of powing him. It does not appear that Durk has spoken publicly on the matter. So this man is saying that Lil Durk's son powed him based on what the mother showed him. So I'm like, well, what did she show him? And was he thinking he was defending his mother? Child, this man is all over social media. This is crazy. Like I said, he even posted the video. I'm not going to play the video because I don't even, not even just because of YouTube, because I don't even want to see that. But yeah, he's accusing Lil Durk's son of powing him based on what his mom said. And he said that he has full custody of his kids and is now going to seek full custody of the child that he has with her, and is encouraging Lil Durk to seek custody of the son that allegedly powed at him. Child, it's a lot going on. Next up, let's talk about Hulk Hogan. What I'm about to read, y'all, is not a surprise to me because I feel like we've heard about Hulk Hogan and him having racist actions towards Black folks before. So let's get into it. This is also according to the Jasmine brand. Hulk Hogan accused of firing Black brand ambassadors and replacing them with white women. A social media influencer is making some alarming allegations about former WWE star Hulk Hogan. The woman claimed that the entertainer abruptly terminated her contract with his new beer brand after realizing she was a Black woman, and says she was blatantly replaced with white women. A TikTok user who goes by the name Essence Janae made the claim in multiple uploads to her social media page yesterday, which was Saturday, July the 6th. In one post, the influencer shared several images and videos of herself making content for and posting imposing with Hulk Hogan 70 for his Real American Beer Company, writing as a caption, POV, Hulk Hogan paid you to be a brand ambassador and canceled your contract the next day because he realized you were a Black, in caps, brand ambassador. In a follow-up post, the content creator alleged that she was booked for a week of promotion with the brand, but claims her contract was terminated after one day on the job. In a text exchange, presumably with whoever booked her, Essence Janae inquires about the nature of the firing, which she was told, Essence, you didn't do anything wrong at all. In fact, I'm sure you did great, but this client wants us to cancel the rest of the events this week. I'm really sorry. She says, OMG, what happened? Are they only taking me off the events, or are they canceling the events completely? Then this person responds back, all the rest of the events are canceled completely. However, Essence suggested that the reason she was given was not true. She went on to share images. Oh, because remember, they told her she did nothing wrong. In fact, I'm sure you did great, but this client wants us to cancel the rest of the events this week. Sorry. She says, OMG, what happened? Are they only taking me off the events? Are they only taking me off the events, or are they canceling the events completely? The person responds, all the rest of the events are canceled completely, as in they're not having any more events for the beer. However, Essence suggested that the reason she was given was not true. She went on to share images that she claims were taken the next day, which appeared to show Hulk Hogan continuing his brand campaign with a group of white women ambassadors instead. So I'm gonna show y'all. I'm just gonna show y'all the pictures. So right here we can see. So remember, he says the events are these. I hate these pop-ups. He says they say all the events are canceled. This is the text exchange, and then you see here Hulk Hogan with these white women behind him, and she says, "I was told the events were being canceled completely, but I see this the next day." Him put his T-shirt on with the American flag, the white woman behind him, and then this picture with the beer and the white ladies. She says, I guess they didn't have room for us on the boat. Here they are again with the real beer. So she was told the events were going to be canceled completely, because she did ask, am I just being taken off the events, or are they being canceled completely? They tell her they're being canceled completely. As you can see in the pictures, they were not. The article goes on to say, at this time, it doesn't appear that Hulk Hogan nor anyone from his team has responded to the situation publicly. Reacting to the story, however, social media users were quick to recall the famous wrestler's history with racism. Like I said, as soon as I saw the headline, I was like, oh, heard this about him before. In case you're unfamiliar, Hogan came under fire back in 2015 after a video leaked of him hurling racially charged insults while discussing his daughter Brooke Hogan's love life. The situation resulted in the WWE cutting ties with Hogan and temporarily removing him from the WWE Hall of Fame. He was reinstated with the organization in 2018, however, with them noting he made numerous apologies and working with young people, where he is helping them learn from his mistake. So if he was working with young people because of his racist language, that means he was working with young white kids so they could learn from his mistake. Who was he working with so that they could learn from his racist mistake, in quotes? I'm just curious. Again, I'm not surprised. I'm honestly not surprised about Hulk Hogan. And from what I see, seems like she could be right. Again, they told her all the rest of the events are canceled completely, only for her to see it on social media with white women. You know, if that's the case, it just it's not surprising. I'll just say that. All right, moving on. Last story, y'all. Let's talk about the middle teacher. Y'all, I don't know if I even got into it on this channel, but I know y'all remember the story of the middle school teacher in Maryland that had his hair taken out by female students, and it set the internet on fire, and people were debating whether it was appropriate, not appropriate, whether it was nothing fishy about him and the students. It just was not a good look, and that he needed to create more boundaries. There was a debate on whether or not he was fired, suspended, because we hadn't heard anything. Then he got online crying, reading the messages that his students were sending him. So this is according to Ice Cream Convos. Teacher who had students take out his braids is cleared to return to the classroom. The Maryland middle school science teacher who had his students take out his braids and posted it on social media has been cleared to return to the classroom this fall. Mr. White, who creates content online under the handle The Illuminator, sparked multiple online debates and found himself submerged in controversy. After the video of the students unbraiding his hair went viral, the science teacher was removed from the classroom while an investigation was conducted. Mr. White later admitted in another social media post that his actions were highly unprofessional. He doubled down first, though. He doubled down first and kind of made like a snarky response to the criticism, but then he came back and admitted that his actions were highly unprofessional. He said, "This video, I agree, was unprofessional. I'm not negating that. Me getting my hair unbraided at the school, at my place of employment, yes, that was highly unprofessional. I get that. I'm not arguing with that. But I am what you call an unprofessional, in some ways, unprofessional, eclectic, unconventional teacher." In a recent social media post, the teacher shared an update informing those who have been following his story that the investigation has been completed and he was cleared of any wrongdoing. He will be returning to the classroom to resume teaching this fall. Y'all, let's watch the video. Let's get into it. Child, where's we going? Okay, here we go.
To my girl Cardi B, as well as any of my supporters who have been backing me throughout this whole ordeal. If you don't remember me or have no idea who I am, I'm America's most loved and hated teacher for this right here, having my students assist me in taking my braids out. Now, I know this is old news. Why doesn't he just get over it? I was chilling for a while, but guess what? Guess who's finally received a decision from the county on behalf of the superintendent in regards to my employment status. First, I was really bothered at how long this whole process was taking, how long the county was kind of keeping me in the dark. But now, as I'm looking back on it, I want to thank the county for taking their time and ensuring that I wasn't an actual weirdo that slipped through the cracks before they allowed me back into the classroom. People were calling me everything under the sun, making baseless claims and allegations and accusations against me, calling me a predator, a pedo, Diddy. All those baseless claims made it back to the county, so they had to treat it as if I was an actual weirdo and look into it. After all the baseless claims, after a long and extensive and arduous investigation, they didn't find anything. Let me repeat that. They never found anything. As I said before, with all this stuff going and floating around the internet about me, not one person has come forth to match any of the crazy allegations against me. You know why? Because like I said before, they can't, because I've never done anything. My attorney, who was backing me throughout all this, said that it's very rare. They've never seen a case like this where these types of serious allegations are against someone, all the while the whole entire school community is supporting that person. Throughout all of this stuff, the parents, the students, the staff, administration included, were all supporting me in defending my name and my character. That being said, I want to thank everyone and express my sincere gratitude to those who didn't run with their assumptions or generalizations or make baseless claims based off something you've seen on the internet, a blog post or a comment section battle. You actually took the time to come to my profile and just see for yourself, see the type of person that I am. Thank you to those who didn't project their own insecurities, their own traumas, their own adverse experiences, their own weird ways of thinking onto me. And sorry, one more thing before I get to the actual decision. I know we're all anticipating it. One thing that amazed me was the fact that people were more outraged than the parents of the students who were in the video. This is actually one of the fathers of one of the girls who were shown in the video assisting taking out my braids. We're actually both percussionists, and I was going to see a band play, and turns out he's the drummer for the band. When I saw him, I immediately went up to him, dabbed him up, and apologized for, one, having this little girl plastered all over the planet. I Explained to him I didn't think it would get this big, and I was like, you already know how we do our videos in class, yada yada yada. And he cut me off. He was like, bro, I've been fighting for you this whole entire time. He told me himself that first, if someone saw that video and automatically thought something weird, that tells more about that person than the actual person in the video. That's one. Second thing he told me was, if he ever got any weird vibe from me or any inkling that I was trying to make advances on his son or his daughter, he would have checked me a long time ago. He literally told me that he's like, I'm a dad. I know I can spot a weirdo from a mile away. He said, if I would have sensed that on you, I would have checked you a long time ago. He said, I never had a reason to, because you never gave me any reason to think that you were doing anything weird with my kids. And hearing that from him, especially because he was one of the fathers of the video, a lot of people are curious, well, what do the dads think? Literally everyone was supporting me throughout this whole thing. Hearing that come from him, especially because he was one of the fathers of one of the girls in the video, was extremely heartwarming. I've already acknowledged my mistakes and practiced some self-accountability, but I'll do it here again. I made a mistake. This was never for clout. I literally post videos like this all the time with my students. The parents sign off to have their kids in my videos. Despite having the parents' approval to have their students featured in my social media videos, the county still kind of is against putting students on social media, which is understandable. For that reason, I'm being placed on a 5-day suspension without pay. But I'm not fired. I was never fired. I never lost my job. The county came out and said he was reassigned. I was just reassigned to my house. I couldn't go into school because they had to investigate the things that people were saying about me. I was just at home on administrative leave. My attorney told me that what worked in my favor is the fact that despite all this stuff being said about me, at the end of the day, I'm a solid teacher and I have the evidence to prove it. My entire school community, parents, students, and staff were supporting me throughout this whole thing, speaking on my behalf, speaking on my character. Not only did I have that working in my favor, but I had the grades, I had the test scores, I had the, what do they call, the evaluation reports from, being observed by my principal. This was never for clout. I don't post my videos for clout. I've been a content creator for several years. I was a content creator before I was a teacher. As an educator in today's age, you gotta find ways to connect with your students. One thing for me is utilizing my social media because the students enjoy it. Not only do I create content with my students because it's entertaining and I use it as an incentive, I also use my social media to benefit my school community. For that All
right, y'all, I didn't realize the video was that long, but then he just goes on to talk about he uses his social media for like the school. Like, for instance, when the solar eclipse was happening, he went on social media, asked for donations, I believe, or for solar eclipse glasses for his kids. Not only did they get enough for the students in his school, he got enough so that he could take some over to the elementary school so they could watch too. I didn't realize the video was that long, y'all. He's still talking. But it's funny because his caption says, "Tea is served. Y'all tag Cardi for me. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube for the specifics." You didn't give us the specifics because you still talking. Anyway, shout out to him, I guess. I'll say this. I remember when I first heard the story about the students taking his hair out, and I was immediately like, because I didn't even like how it sounded. When I saw the video looked, in my mind, it looked like something different than when I actually saw the video, but I still thought it was inappropriate based on boundaries being established. And again, the parents of those students know you, right? And know you well enough that maybe you wouldn't put their children in harm's way and that it was harmless to them. The internet doesn't know you. And that's not saying that the internet has a right to drag you, but I mean, people are going to you post a video, people are going to have feedback regardless, right? So I felt like, I don't think that I didn't think he had malicious intent. I just didn't think it was probably appropriate to post. Maybe just keep that, especially you're getting your hair taken out. That's the big thing too. Like, you wouldn't be doing that in an office job, you know? This is still your job. And Really B, shout out to Really B, who just had a birthday. She's a teacher, and she and another teacher did a video about this, and it was really good. And I even learned something from the video that they did when this first came out. It was really, really good. And I agree, it's just totally unprofessional. I didn't think that he should necessarily lose his job for it, but I did think it was unprofessional. But especially when he came back and doubled down after getting some comments, it was like, are you even hearing any of the feedback, whether you agree or not? But anyway, we know now he received a 5-day suspension without pay because he put the students on social media. That basically that's what the school found him guilty of doing. But people in the video, he talks about people were calling him like pedo and all kinds of, like he said, Diddy. And I was like, that's a bit much. Like, come on, y'all. Then, and then when he talked about the father that he ran into, they're both in a band, they're percussionists, and the father stopped. He apologized to the father, and the father stopped and was like, if I even thought that about you, I would have checked you. I'm fighting for you. It's because the father knows you. Unfortunately, the internet doesn't know you. They just see a male teacher posting this video of young girls taking out his braids at work. I do like the fact that he does try to connect with his students. We do need more teachers like that aren't in it just because their parents want them to get a professional job and teaching. Oh, let me go to college 4 years, pick a subject, and then just teach. I like the fact that he does seem to really care about his students. And he's a young man and will probably mature in his profession, as we all do. You know what I mean? So he's not fired. He will be reporting back next year. And the parents evidently were fighting for him to keep his job. Again, the county suspended him 5 days without pay for posting the student. So that is the update for Mr. the Illuminator, the teacher that had the young girls taking his hair out. So y'all let me know what y'all think about the video. Y'all let me know what y'all think about him getting his job back. Like I said, I don't know if we even, or not getting it back, but being reinstated. I don't even know if we initially discussed it on here, but refresh my memory. What did y'all think originally when you saw the video? Him doubling down, and now he's coming back saying that he has his job back. Let me know what y'all think about Hulk Hogan. Slow blink. Remember those doll babies that they used to make? They may still, and you lean the doll's head back and then blink slow like this. That's what I think about Hulk Hogan. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about Lil Durk's son and him allegedly pow-powing his mom's boyfriend. And then his mom's boyfriend putting it all over the internet. Diddy said there's no place like home when he got on his private jet to get up out of Dodge, baby. And what y'all think about Busta Rhymes saying, y'all better stand up now. All right, y'all, happy Sunday, and I will talk to y'all later. See ya.